Hi, it's me again, and I'm kind of losing faith. Today we'll be diving into a subreddit called IDon'tWorkHereLady, so it's another first episode. Enjoy. A cam girl thought I was calling for phone sex. This will be a stretch fit for this sub, but it's a good story. I used to be a service consultant at Mercedes-Benz dealership. A guy in his 20s just bought an older car and comes in for the first time, so I help him out. I get all the info and create the new customer profile in our database. This takes about 5 to 10 minutes, so I usually casually talk to the customer during the process. I notice he looks tired as hell, so I ask him if he worked third shift or something, since it's about 8 a.m. He mentions he's been up all night as a bodyguard for his wife. He hands me a camouflage business card with her cam girl name and web address all over it. He casually mentions, if you ever get feeling a little lonely, give her a look online. She does Skype shows, phone calls, and other stuff too. I put a card on my desk. He signs the repair order and I verify the phone number. I'll need to call later that day to get approval for repairs. A few hours later, after the technician has diagnosed the car's problem, I call the number and the woman answers. We will refer to her as Camgirl. Hi there, it's the consultant from Mercedes. Camgirl in a quiet bedroomy voice. Did you send the picture? I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you mean. You're supposed to send me a picture of yourself before we start playing. Then maybe we'll meet up. I apologize again, but I don't know what you're talking about. I started to wonder if I dialed the wrong number. This is consultant from the Mercedes-Benz dealership. I'm calling about your Mercedes-Benz. Your car needs serviced. Not me. Camgirl's voice changes instantly and she starts talking normally. Oh, so what's going on with the car? After the call, I took the business card and ran back to the shop to tell all the techs what happened. The next one is called My Wife's Going into Labor. Good luck with that. Hangs up. So this isn't exactly my story, it's my boss's, but I was there the whole time it was happening. I work at a small pizza place in a small town in Australia as a casual worker. This happened about 3 months ago and I had been working there for a while now, so some odd things had happened, but not as weird as this. This particular night everything was normal, but I'll skip the details. Working in store, there's me, a few other people and the boss on shift. The phone rings, we assume for someone to order, and everyone but the boss is busy, cutting pizzas, making pizzas, etc. The boss goes over and answers the phone. The shop is small, so you can normally overhear the person on the phone. Hello, thank you for calling a pizza place. How can I help you tonight? The customer talks, then I overhear the boss, sounding quite concerned, reply. Sorry sir, can you please repeat that? Me being the nosy person I am, I walked around the corner and she noticed me and put the phone on speaker so I could listen to whatever was going on. I said I need someone over here right away, it's happening right now. I assumed it wasn't a prank call at this point, which we get way too often, because he sounded generally distressed. To which my boss replied, sure sir, what pizzas can I get for you? There was then a pause for a few seconds and the guy yelled into the phone. Are you serious? I need an ambulance now. My wife is going into labor and the baby is coming right now. My boss, obviously not knowing what to say, just quickly blurts, good luck with that sir, and immediately hangs up. So basically this guy called the pizza store instead of calling the emergency services. My only guess is he had us and them on speed dial. But to this day, neither me or my boss knew if he got to the hospital with his wife on time. The last story of today is called Woman Wants Video Games, I Can't Give Her. A little backstory before I begin. I work at Walgreens and our uniforms are similar to the ones at Walmart. Black pants, black shoes, but our shirts are really light blue with the Walgreens logo on it. I was wearing a jacket and had dyed hair at the time too, so that also goes against their dress code. I had just gotten off a mid-shift and my mom had to run to Walmart to pick up a few things we didn't sell. No problem, I just look at video games while I wait for my mom to finish. Mind you, I'm 17, but people honestly think I'm 12. As I'm looking at some of the games, this entitled woman comes up to me. I'll call her Entitled Woman for short. She's probably late 30s, early 40s, so definitely not some old, frail, weak woman. This will make sense in the upcoming story. I need to buy a game, but I need you to get it out. I was startled because I look nothing like the employees and I don't even think a minor can do anything but bag items at Walmart. Sorry, can't help ya. Ask someone over there. I point to the actual workers who seem to never leave the phone area. I've dealt with entitled customers all the time. People around where I live just seem to think the world revolves around them. The majority do. No, son, I asked you. You better do your job or I'm putting in a complaint. Look, I don't work here. Ask someone who can help you. You're just saying that so you don't get in trouble. You better help me or you are getting fired. Now, I've got anger problems. I tried to keep them under check and I know this lady is setting me off, so I turn to leave. But this woman grabs me by the back of my hood and tries to yank me towards her. Of course, by then I lose my cool and I turn to yell at her. I also see the actual staff have started to see the commotion and head over. I start yelling at her and telling her, "Put your hands on me again and I'll knock your freaking teeth out." Probably not the best thing to do, but I'm only 5'2", so it wouldn't take much for her to throw me to the ground if caught off guard. Which is what she almost did, yanking me backwards. So I was absolutely pissed. So the employees rush over and step in between and ask what's going on. This little dyke employee of yours was being rude to me and then started trying to fight me when I politely asked for her to grab me a game. At this point, I'm just seeing red. She's lying, trying to get me in trouble. She's calling me slurs. I quickly text my mom to come back here. The employees look over and see my name tag. It was a smaller Walmart, so I'm assuming most employees know each other. The employee says, "We don't have anyone who works here with the name Alec, ma'am." "Yes, you do. You're just trying to cover for her. Stop lying." It becomes her arguing back and forth between the employees before my mom arrives and a manager. Employees try to tell the manager what's going on while the woman screams that I need to be fired and put in jail and oh, how could they treat their customers like this. Of course, I tell the manager the truth about what happened, even me yelling at her, and he knows I don't work there, as if this wasn't obvious enough. The entitled woman goes on to tell her sob story of the big mean dyke who threatened to kill her and other bullshit. My mom then says, "You're absolutely full of shit. My son isn't a dumbass. There's freaking video recording." My mom went full on mama bear. Of course, the entitled woman is not having this and is just back to yelling slurs at me. The security guard comes over not long after my mom and the manager and escorts her out. Police arrive and take statements and view video recordings. Of course, they arrest the lady for assault charges and I felt smug as ever. She got her justice served if she thinks she can go places and insult and yell slurs at people. Sadly, she probably didn't learn any lessons. Still pisses me off that it happened to me. So, to make this last story a bit more clear, I must add that the person did comment on this story that they are a transgender person if the pronouns and the way the lady my ass talked during the assault. Alright guys, that was today's episode and I am kinda losing faith. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button. Bye!